Live from Palma Sola Park in beautiful Bradenton, Florida, it's Florida Gulf Coast League softball. Today, the DeSoto Queens take on the home team, Lakewood Ranch Rodeo. In the circle for Lakewood Ranch, it's Maggie Place. Lakewood Ranch with a 5-6 record entering this one against DeSoto, who is 4-7. As the leadoff batter steps into the box, it's Hope Jordan, the catcher. First pitch is a ball that comes in at 12:03. Batting second for DeSoto is Taylor Davison, the extra hitter. Hitting third, Avery Dockery, the DP. Batting cleanup, Ava Metz at first base. Hitting fifth, Jamie Sepsic at third. In the sixth hole, Emery Ream, the shortstop. Batting seventh, Gwyn Hall in center. In the eighth hole is Jordan Marola, the left fielder. Batting ninth, Keegan Mayhew, the right fielder. With the Queens batting 10, rounding out the order, it is Lauren Fox playing second. Maggie Place just concluded her sophomore season at Grand Canyon University. She misses outside. She's been a reliable arm so far for Coach Allie Leadenham this summer. 7 games played before this one, 23 1/3 innings pitched. A 1-4 record, 6.90 ERA, 35 hits, 23 earned runs, 8 walks to 15 strikeouts. So she has that strikeout stuff. 2-1. Jordan, the leadoff batter for the Queens. DeSoto had a good start to the season. We're 4-2 at one point, but have lost their last 5. As this ball whacked on the ground, bobbled by the shortstop initially, but she cleans it up and gets it over to retire the leadoff bat. Let's hit the defense real quick for Lakewood Ranch. The outfield left to right, Sam Walls, Cameron Allen, and Riley Haith playing third base. Madeline Miller. The shortstop is Grace Taylor. At second base, Cash Herber. First base is Montgomery Henderson. Catching is Danny Franz. As there's a swing and a miss for strike one, Taylor Davison takes a cut. Davison in the transfer portal after 3 seasons at Syracuse. Oh, she mashes that one foul towards the coaches. Davison had her most productive season this past spring. 29 games, 19 starts, both career highs. As she rolls this right to the pitcher, Place gives it over to first. Davison hit .220 this season, but she's retired here on her first at-bat of this ball game between DeSoto and Lakewood Ranch, and that brings up Avery Dockery, the designated player. Dockery, Florida State freshman. And she takes a first pitch strike. A 1. Dockery listed as a pitcher from the Florida State roster, but two-way capabilities. She did not play this last year with the ACC champs, but look at her high school resume, the success that she had with Penridge High and the 6'2" frame, and see how she can project to be a contributor at the ACC level. She rolls that foul. So pitcher and infielder. Pitch to the plate. Runs outside. Place comes home, and she gets chased. There's that strikeout ability that she possesses, and she deals a 1-2-3 top of the first. To the home half we go. Bottom of the first inning between DeSoto and Lakewood Ranch. The Queens starter, Belle Rosales, warming up for her 11th appearance this summer. Facing the Rodeo batting order that begins with Sam Walls in left, hitting second Sam White, the DP. In the 3-spot, Cash Herber, the second baseman. Cleanup duties belong to the first baseman, Montgomery Henderson. Hitting fifth, Cameron Allen in center, batting sixth, Madeline Miller at third. In the 7th hole, Danny Franz, the catcher. In the 8th spot, Lily Shivert, the extra player. Batting ninth, Grace Taylor, the shortstop. And with Lakewood Ranch sending 10, it is Riley Haith, the right fielder, who rounds things out for the Rodeo. Belle Rosales making her 11th appearance of the summer. In the previous 10, she has pitched 19 2/3 innings, has a 1-5 record, a 4.98 ERA, has allowed 24 hits that have brought home 14 earned runs, has walked 6 batters, and struck out 6. 5'4" right-hander from Eastern Florida State College, where she finished her freshman season. So her first pitch to Walls, slowly rolling down the third base line, picked up by the third baseman, slung over to first, but the runner is safe. Walls beats out the throw from Sepsic, and it's an infield base hit for the leadoff batter for the Lakewood Ranch. Here's Sam White, the designated player. Out of the University of Illinois, Chicago. Flashes bunt. Called strike by the home plate umpire. Let's set the defense for Lakewood, or rather, DeSoto. In this one, the outfield left to right. Jordan Marola, Gwen Hall, Keegan Mayhew. Third base is Jamie Sepsic. The shortstop, Emery Ream. Playing second, Lauren Fox. At first is Ava Metz. And catching ball one, that was Hope Jordan. And the pitcher, again, it's Belle Rosales, the Eastern Florida State College Titan. Bunt rolls softly back to the circle, and the DeSoto defense just eats it. Rosales laid off, Henderson came in, and by the time she was there, the runner was safe, and it's back-to-back infield hits to make it runners on first and second. Now it's Cash Herber, the second baseman. She comes up to the plate. Herber takes ball one. She was at Northwestern State University last season. Division I program in the Southland Conference in the state of Louisiana. She was there for the last 2 seasons after starting her college career at Pittsburgh State at the D2 level, and it's a school that has perhaps the best mascot in college sports, the Gorillas. And the former Gorilla bats that off the third baseman Sepsik's glove. Walls will wrap around to score. White is in at third, and at second is Herber as it's 1-0 Rodeo. RBI double for Cash Herber. Brings up the cleanup batter, Montgomery Henderson. Henderson out of Oklahoma State in the Big 12. Routinely one of the better programs in that conference. Henderson is from Katy, Texas. Just outside of Houston. And she rolls that past the third baseman, and another run comes in. 2-0 Rodeo. So it's an error, but run comes in. White is in. It's first and third now for Lakewood Ranch as Cameron Allen is up. Out of Walters State Community College, where she was a freshman last year. So plays under our friend Brittany Purser, the head coach of the Bradenton Slice. Reminder, the players in the Florida Gulf Coast League are not allowed to play for a team that their college coaches coach. So there are a number of Walters State girls here in the FGCL. Only a former player is coached by Brittany. Swinging a ground ball past the first baseman. Another run is in over to third base. Goes Montgomery Henderson, and these fielding mistakes that have been just detrimental to the Queens this season. Rearing their unpleasant heads again. Just balls getting through the infield, and some of which have been well hit, but others just ones that you'd want to have back. Walls, White, and Herber have all scored. It's Henderson at third now with Allen to second on the stolen base. Ground ball down the third base line. Sepsik takes it, but it's foul. Down goes Miller for the elusive first out of the bottom of the first. First pitch strike to Danny Franz. Big swing again. Strike two. Franz out of Lindenwood. Out in St. Louis. And she's down on 3 pitches. Lily Shivert, the 8th batter of the inning. She floats this on the right field side. Catch made by Metz, and the inning is over. But a tough inning for the Queens as 3 runs come in off of 3 hits and 2 errors. Another 2 left on. It's 3-0 Rodeo to the second we go. Top of the second, Ava Metz leads things off for DeSoto, who trail it 3-0 after 3 runs came in the bottom of the first. First pitch is a strike to the first baseman for the Queens, and back in the circle is Maggie Place, who was excellent in her first frame of work, sent the Queens down in order, final out being a strikeout. She misses outside that time. Ava Metz committed to Walters State Community College in Tennessee. She takes a hack for strike 2. Utility player out of Cummings, Georgia. Can play all over, infield, outfield, can catch. Of course, it's always good to have a lefty bat in the order. Two. Metz chases, and it's another strikeout for Maggie Place. That brings up Jamie Sepsic, the 3rd baseman for the Queens. Freshman from the State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota, so right in town. she plays under Brett Sauerwein, the head coach of the Manatee Sea Cows. But Jamie had a good year as a rookie. 60 games, hit 400. Stole some bases, hit the ball over the fence twice. Sepsic with a 4-pitch walk. And that brings up Emery Ream, the shortstop. That is a strike to Emery. Also a rising freshman committed to Walters State Community College. Oh, 2 on its way. And she flips that back and foul. Oh, 2, bounce straight to the pitcher. They get the force at second, and that's it. So a fielder's choice retires the lead runner. Ream is safe at first base, and Sepsic down at second. Here's Gwen Hall, the center fielder. And she takes a swing there. Hall from McNeese State. She rolls it foul. One, 2 on its way. This ball lofted to second. In comes Herber with the squeeze, crashing in on the infield, and that is the end of the inning. Queens get their first base runner thanks to a 4-pitch walk to Jamie Sepsic, but no hits, score no runs, no errors committed. There's a runner left on as we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Rodeo as the leadoff batter, Grace Taylor, watches a pitch go outside, given out by Bel Rosales. Tough inning for the Queens in the first. Well, the first three reached on hits, but then two errors committed by both sides of the infield, the corner infielders. Helped add to the scoring total. 3 runs came in for the Rodeo. And there's a strike. This ball cranked out to left, rolls to the wall, base hit. Taylor on her horse. She gets over to second, and the Rodeo with a leadoff double. Fourth hit of the ball game for Lakewood Ranch. Comes off the bat of the shortstop, Grace Taylor. Now it's Riley Haith, 10th batter in the order. And she has a partial swing, floats it down the third base line, and it drops in foul grounds. Haith out of Nevada, the Wolfpack in the Mountain West Conference, where she was a sophomore last season. Started her career at Utah Tech. She pounds it high to left. Back and off the fence. It brings in Taylor, and a stand-up RBI double on the well-hit ball off the wall by Riley Haith makes it 4-0 Lakewood Ranch. RBI 2 bagger for Haith, scores Taylor, and that brings up Sam Walls. So Walls singled and scored in the second. She takes a hack. It's strike one. Strike two. Bel Rosales out of Eastern Florida State College. Titans coming off their best season in program history. As that ball tapped foul. An EFSC team that went 46-19, 27-13 in Citrus Conference play. Finished third in the FCSAA state tournament, but made it all the way to the Junior College World Series. As that ball tapped foul again on the third base side and made some noise in the World Series. Won 2 games, but lost 2, so fell short of the ultimate goal, but just a great season for the Titans. Good program out in Melbourne. Ball one. Swing and a miss. Rosales gets her third strikeout. Sam White is back up. Top of the third inning between the Rodeo and the Queens. Leading things off, it is Jordan Marola in left. Scoring note, apologize for the incorrect information, but Avery Dockery has been the starting pitcher for DeSoto through the first two innings. There was a pregame DP flex swap between her and Belle Rosales, so Belle will come in the next inning. There's a swing and a strike one to Jordan Marola, the left fielder. Marola out of Pasco Hernando State College, where she finished her sophomore season. Hit .331 with the Bobcats. And she hits this off the inner part of the bat to the pitcher. Low underhand toss, but it's caught by Henderson. And the leadoff batter is retired. Brings up Keegan Mayhew, the right fielder. Mayhew out of Creighton in the Big East. Great season as a freshman. Hit .336 in 49 starts, 51 games. Had extra base power as well. 11 doubles, 12 home runs. To a pitch. Swing and strike one. Strike called. Mayhew thought it was ball four. Mayhew with a full count, with one out in the top of the third. Payoff. And the 2026 Big East Freshman of the Year works a walk. Second base runner for the Queens. And it's Lauren Fox. Ball three to Fox out of Syracuse. Ball four, back-to-back walks. That's two on for the first time today for the Queens. Jordan pounds that high to left. Tracking underneath it is Walls for the second out. Jordan just underneath that one. And that brings up Tyler Davison. Good eye from Davison. Swing and a miss, strike two. Payoff to the plate. Davison swings and misses, and the inning is over. No runs for the Queens in the third. Off no hits, no errors. They leave two on. Off two walks. We go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, new pitcher. This is Bel Rosales. Reminder, it was Avery Dockery who pitched the first two, not Rosales. Once again, sorry for that confusion. But Rosales making her 11th appearance. She has a 1-5 record and a 4.98 ERA as she faces the leadoff batter, Montgomery Henderson. This pitch is a strike to her. Rodeo in front, 4-0. There's a strike two. Rosales, her 0-2 pitch. This one scooped out to left in foul territory. To pitch to the plate. This ball blasted high down the third base line. It's the left fielder who ranges down. Marola makes the catch. Henderson is now 0 for 2. Cameron Allen returns. She reached on an error ground ball to the first baseman that scored a run. Also stole second when she got on. This ball driven to left center, falls for a base hit. Takes one hop into the glove of Hall. It's a single for Allen. And it becomes the 6th hit of the game for the Rodeo. Madeline Miller, the third baseman, is up. She struck out her only time up. This one rolled through the 5-6 base hit. On back-to-back at-bats, it's first and second after Miller finds a hole in the infield. First pitch is a strike to Danny Franz. Final pitching line for Avery Dockery. She went 2 innings with 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. Did not walk a batter, struck out 4. This ball is foul off the roof of the Queen's dugout. Strike 2. Lily Shivert takes a pitch low. First and second for the Rodeo. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Shiver at the extra player. And it's low for ball 2. This ball skied into right center. The center fielder Hall calls off Mayhew, and she makes the catch to retire the side. No runs in the bottom of the third for Lakewood Ranch, despite 2 hits. No errors committed. 2 left on. We're through 3. 4-0. Rodeo. New pitcher for the Rodeo, it's Carly Meredith. Her first pitch to Avery Dockery is a strike. Carly Meredith comes in, making her 8th appearance. Relieves Maggie Place, who went 3 innings with just 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. That's all. Two strikes to Dockery. She crushes this high to center, and it's gone. A no-doubter off the bat by Avery Dockery. That breaks up the no-hit bid, the shutout, off a huge whack by Dockery. Not something you see very often. Allowed by the Rodeo ace, Meredith. Really has been a front runner for the pitcher of the year combo. Entering this game in her 7 appearances, had 26 innings, a 4-0 record, just 3 earned runs allowed before that one, a .81 ERA. 13 hits, 6 walks to 36 strikeouts, a .73 whip. 1-1. She misses high. It's ball 2. This is a player who didn't play at all last season with Virginia. The Wahoo's team that made it to a regional. So Meredith redshirted her true freshman year. And that's high for ball 3. Ball 4. So a rare walk followed by or preceded by a home run. It's a ball to Jamie Sepsic. One, two to the plate. Skips in the dirt. Sepsic lines it. No, it bounces to the second baseman, who goes to second for the force out. That brings Emery Ream up. Foul tipped, strike 3. Ream is 0 for 2. There are 2 outs in the 4th. And it brings up Gwen Hall. The end of the bat, softly to the shortstop. Taylor to first, gets the out to retire the side. Queens finally get on the board, but we'll see if it's an extension of the inning. So, after video review, she is out and the inning is over, but 1 run scores for the Queens thanks to a leadoff solo shot off the bat of Avery Dockery. Another runner is left on, and we are halfway through it, 4-1. Bottom of the fourth, Lakewood Ranch in front, 4-1. Grace Taylor leads it off. The shortstop doubled and scored in the second. This ball into the glove of the shortstop, Sepsic. A web gem by Jamie Sepsic retires the first batter. And now it's Riley Haith, the right fielder. Bel Rosales faced some adversity in the third, allowed 2 hits, but did not concede a run. He lined up.
And then the other one was to McKinney, right?
No, it was. Oh yes, yes, you're right. Yes.
Okay. And then this is Armstrong, so she's center field.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I was trying to fix a sub because I put in a sub that was supposed to come in the fifth inning, and I put it in for the fourth. So I was trying to fix that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that app's a pain.
But yeah, next inning I gotta get that again. So more people are getting added into that.
Do you know who's up here for the next game?
I think it's Rivermoss and then Loggerheads, Loggerheads and
No,
Loggerheads.
as scoring goes.
I think Reagan.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not quite sure. Should be her.
Top of the fifth. Jordan Marola leads things off. And rather, that is the pinch hitter, Rayleigh McKinney. McKinney out of Southeastern. And she's down in a quick 0-2 count. The fire of the Sun Conference at the NAIA level was an NAIA first team All-American this past season when she hit .458 across 58 games, 20 doubles, 13 home runs. And she's frozen on the inside part, down on 3 pitches. So Carly Meredith, a good bounce back to start off the 5th inning. We saw the first batter of the 4th take her yard. Avery Dockery, no doubter, to center field. Here's Keegan Mayhew, who fouls the pitch off to the right side of the park. Mayhew today walked in the 3rd inning. And this ball flies to right, and a adjustment needed by Haith, but she controls it. There are 2 outs. And now it is Lauren Fox, one of the 2 Syracuse Orange players in the batting order. She slowly rolls this over to the shortstop. Difficult play, not made by Taylor. It's an infield hit for Fox. Second hit of the game for the Queens. Just a slow ground ball. The infield is a little coarse after some of the rainfall we've had these last 2 days. First pitch is ball to Hope Jordan. This ball lofted to right field, and the right fielder, Haith, tells Herber, I got it. And the inning is over. No runs for the Queens in the fifth, despite one hit with 2 outs by Lauren Fox. She is left on, and we're through 4.5. Bottom of the fifth between the Rodeo and the Queens. It's a new pitcher for DeSoto, Sophia Spengler, who gives out ball 1. Spengler, sophomore from Pasco Hernando State College. She relieves Belle Rosales, who was sharp in her 2 innings of relief. 2 hits, no runs, no walks. Just 1 strikeout. The Queens have not walked a batter today. As this ball is flied high to shallow left. McKinney, she wants it, and she receives 1 out. So Monaco flies out. And that brings up Cash Herber. She's been good today. Herber doubled and scored with an RBI in the first and grounded out to the circle in the second. Herber lobs this to left. McKinney again with the squeeze. First pitch is ball 1 to Montgomery Henderson. She reached on an error in the first that also had an RBI in that play and flew out to left in the third. This ball is above the infield, right side. Second baseman Sakuro catches, and it is back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for the Queens, retiring the Rodeo. It's a 3-run game as we go to the 6th. Taylor Davison swings after the first pitch, skies it down the third base line, and the shortstop, she makes the catch. First out, as Davison is now 0 for 3. And that brings up Sophia Spengler, the new pitcher, relieving Avery Dockery in the 3-hole. Avery had a good day today. She hit a home run in a 1 for 2 performance. Strike 2 to Spengler. This ball sent to left center. Center fielder Allen makes the catch. That brings up Ava Metz. Struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. Carly Meredith misses outside at that fastball. Meredith was the Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year 3 times when she was in high school. Big time recruit for UVA. For 3-1. Fired in there for a strike. And that's the second walk she gives out in her relief appearance. Metz gets on board with the base on balls for the second time. And it's Jamie Sepsic. Jamie today walked on 4 pitches in the second, got on with the fielder's choice in the fourth. So the 5-hole hitter 0 for 1, and there's a courtesy runner at first base for the catcher. Sepsic fouls the pitch off. Swing and a miss. Sepsic strikes out. The inning is over. No runs for the Queens in the top of the 6th, despite 1 left on via a walk. We're through 5.5. Rodeo 4, Queens 1. Bottom of the 6th, Rodeo with an opportunity to tack on some insurance. As it's first pitch, ball 1 to Cameron Allen, the center fielder. At a ground ball that was enough for an RBI, but she got on with an error in the first. Also stole a base, singled in the third. She's 1 for 2. So it's ball 1 to her. This one down the right field line and in foul grounds. It falls. Strike two. Allen, the Frisco, Texas native, not too far outside of Dallas. Another ball batted foul by Allen. The Rodeo have led this game since the bottom of the first, where they scored 3 thanks to 3 hits and 2 errors. Tacked on an additional run in the second, and the deficit was cut down to 3 in the fourth after a Avery Dockery solo shot. And she's on base. That's the first time a Rodeo batter has been walked. There's Madeline Miller, struck out in the first, singled in the third. Miller out of Winthrop Public School in the Palmetto State. She slowly rolls this to the circle. They get the force at second. Sepsic throws hard, but can't get the second runner. Denny Franz comes up. She has struck out on 3 pitches in the first and then again in the third. She rolls this up the gut, base hit. It's first and second, as Franz now 1 for 3. Lily Shivert is up. She popped to first in the first and flew to center in the third. Shivert from UMass. The Minute Woman, formerly of the Atlantic 10, but last season, year 1 with the Mid-American Conference, a football-related decision. Courtesy runner at first for Franz. It's Cash Herber. Top of the 7th, Queens Trail Rodeo, 6-1. Cassidy Secura leads things off, facing Carly Meredith. First pitch is a strike. This ball floated to the right side, and the catch. Van Meter plate appearance coming. Aggressive swing and a strike. In the portal after time at Arc. Extending that by one more game.